This is your man BG Tech Life, and I'd like to shout out Nuu Mobile for sending out the G3 so we could check it out. It's a pretty dope budget device. So first of all, guys, we're just gonna unbox the device. As you can see, it comes in black packaging with a picture of the device on the front of the packaging. Nice cardboard, nice packaging for the most part. Black with a picture of the exact color of the phone, because I actually picked up the ruby red to pull out my little unboxing knife to get the plastic off. Really just a nice presentation for $199. That's the point that I want to drive home in this video, as I give you guys my first impressions. As you can see, the box almost reminds you of Samsung packaging. The phone kind of reminds me of a lower tier, or like a budget Samsung device. But as you can see, it's got a little Nuu Mobile on the front of the black packaging. The other part was just the sleeve. And so we're going to get this thing up out of here. We're going to get everything out the box. Let's get the device out. You can see the device sits on top. And then you have all the accessories and paperwork under the device. So not a bad unboxing experience. You had most of everything you needed with the device in the box. You had a charging brick. It's not fast charging. It's 2 amps though, so you still will get a good charge rate. You actually had the USB Type-C cable. Shout out to Nuu, because a lot of these phones at these price points, I don't like them because they use micro USB, but this actually is a Type-C device. As you can see, you get a free clear case so you can show off your red shiny device. They just stepped it up on Apple, actually gave you the Type-C adapter that you needed, and they not charging $1,000 for this device, so that was dope. And like I said, you got the charging brick, and you had a nice Type-C cable. So pretty much everything you need to get started, including a case for your new nice red device. Let's take a look at the device. As you can see, it shows you a diagram. You can put 2 SIM cards in the device, or SIM card, micro USB card. Tells you a little bit about the device, the 5.7 inch IPS display, the octa-core processor, the dual rear facing cameras, dual SIM standby, the 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of internal memory. That's big, and a 3000 milliamp battery. But this is a beautiful device. As you look, it's got like an aluminum frame going around it. The back appears to be plastic, but it still has a beautiful finish on the back of the device. And I am definitely a fan of this ruby red. Really liking how the screen, to me, it just curves just a little bit. Really looks good. Really competing, really good looking red phone. Puts me in the mind of a product red. Okay guys, just wanted to give you a little power up action. I'm gonna let you see how the new device powers on. I'm not gonna go through the whole setup, guys. I will show you just a glimpse of how the fingerprint scanner work. Fingerprint scanner worked really well, but in this video, actually, it was kind of awkward. I was trying to do it from behind the camera and had my arm at an awkward angle around the tripod, but the fingerprint scanner works really well. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to give you my first impressions now on this device. So we're going to get some unboxing and first impressions in the same video. It's your man BG Tech Life. Let's go. Okay, YouTube, it's your man BG, and we pretty much done had the Nuu Mobile G3 for about a day or so. I got it pretty much set up and got some apps on it and stuff, and as you can see it, not a bad device at all. Not a bad device. First of all, let me cut the screen down just a little bit for y'all. I'm really feeling this phone, so we're just going to talk about what's on this phone, then I'm going to come back at y'all with a review. But this is actually a 720 display. 5.7 inches. The display, this is how you do a 720 display. Some people might say it's oversaturated, but my personal preference is I'm liking this. You know, I'm liking this display. I think this is how 720 should be. Go ahead, oversaturate the colors, make the display bright. Because I'm a spoiled guy coming from a Samsung. It's looking good to me. You know what I mean? I can definitely use it. I know it's 720. I can see the difference, but at the same time, I'm kind of enjoying it. The build on this thing, because you know this thing looks just like a S9. You know, it's got that S9 look, dual camera look. And actually, it's not a bad, it's not a super cheap feel in hand. It's not a super cheap feel in hand at all. And this is actually like an aluminum, it's got an aluminum frame going on. And the back I'm sure this is not glass, some type of plastic, but it's got the aluminum frame type deal going on. So, I mean, it's definitely a sturdy device. I'm feeling the buttons. Buttons is, got the volume up and down, but the power button has like some, like a different texture to it, so you can feel actually the power button. So that's dope. Bottom firing speaker on this thing, not sounding bad at all. It's a lot of treble though. It's not a lot of bass. It does get loud. No headphone jack on this thing. You know, I like headphone jacks, but no headphone jack on this thing. But at least, unlike Apple, they did set you up with a dongle, so you gonna be living that dongle life. You know, if you want to use wired headphones or whatever that you try and use wired, that's wired. The fingerprint scanner is fast. Fingerprint scanner is type fast on this, so it's not really, you know. For honestly, guys, for $200, this is a good phone right here. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. So far, I really haven't gotten to the camera. But it's not super slow though. I've taken enough pictures to see that it's not crazy slow. You know, it's not crazy. It don't take forever for the phone to take a picture and process it. It'll focus for you. It'll focus for you, boom, and then you take a picture. It's not super slow. So this phone, right, for a $200 phone, this is not garbage at all. I was feeling this phone over a lot of I've been a budget device guy. I've had a couple, I had a blue phone at this price point. I can't remember the exact name of it. It was one of the blue Vivo phones at this price point. Complete trash. This is not the same thing. This is not the same look or feeling as like one of those blue Vivo phones. This is actually getting a little bit more quality with this. And this is just all first impressions, because you know the first impression is like, you know, a lasting type impression for real. It's not like that at all. It's the feel in the hand is good. It has an aluminum frame, even though the back is kind of, you know, it's plastic, it's not glass, but still good feel in the hand. I mean, you can take a decent selfie with this. You got a flash out front. I haven't utilized the flash. I got a lot more stuff coming, but definitely, oh, and the battery life. I didn't even, once I put it on the charger once for like 5 minutes when I first got it. I don't know, I just put it on the charger, but when I powered it on, it was like 92%. And I just charged it today, earlier on in the day, after using it like all night. I've been using this phone like all night, setting it up. I even, this is Launcher 3. That's the launcher that they got going on over here at Nuu, and using Launcher 3. Kind of look like stock Google for real, honestly. But it's not bad. It's not really bad, but I went straight. I took it to Nova. As you can see, the phone say it's got 92% battery life, 2 days left, and that's not a lie. Definitely not a lie. This battery life is serious on this phone. And you also have 64 gigs internal, and you can use external. You got 64 gigs internal, and you can use external micro SD card. So $200, 64 gigs on deck already. 4 gigs of RAM. Let me show y'all what we running here. It's Android. What is it? 8.0. We running the 8.0. So it's not, Pi yet or nothing like that, but it's running pretty smooth. It's performing smooth. I haven't really done any intensive gaming with it, but so far I'm just like feeling it. You know what I mean? I'm really feeling this device. It's not one of these devices that you get for $200 and it's like, oh my goodness, I can't use this. It's super trash. And I've been known to do that with the budget devices. I'll get a budget device and be like, oh no, I can't do it. I can't do it. But this one is something different. I actually can utilize this device a little bit. I really kind of like it. I put the Nova on there. I like the red. I like the color of the device. This is the ruby red. They also have a brownish color and a blue color. But I'm really feeling this joint. This is an IPS display. There's no OLED or nothing like that. It's an octa-core processor, and that's why it's moving out. You getting 3,000 milliamp battery. Just dual SIM also. You get dual SIM. You can utilize in this device on the SIM tray. You can use the dual SIM, or you can use the one SIM and a micro SD card. Now I'm using this on AT&T. It's not going to work with Verizon, but I'm using it with AT&T. It's like GSM type network, but it won't work with Verizon. I'm getting 4G LTE. My speeds is just as good as it was on phones I done bought from AT&T. But like I said, you can use dual SIMs. But if you try to use a micro SD card, you can only use one SIM. So I mean, for $200 right here, you're getting a whole lot. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. This is probably like, one of the best phones that I had at this price point. I done had a couple phones at this price point. This SIM card was in my Nexus 6P. The SIM card was in my Nexus. My Nexus kind of fried itself. Actually, it came back on, but I like it. I like it. They need to make a XL. I think Nuu should go ahead and make an XL version of this. A new when they can do the G4, do a G4 XL or G4 Plus. It's kind of in it, probably because it's kind of like the same. The form factor is kind of like a S9 or whatever. It's not. It's not as busy as TouchWiz though. It's not as busy as TouchWiz. It's pretty simple style Google. You got the bottom facing speaker, so you got 13 megapixel camera out front, so you can take a decent selfie. You got 13 megapixel out back, then a 5 megapixel. So you got dual for $199. You getting a dual camera setup. You getting a 720 display. That's probably, I would say, is the best 720 I've seen ever, just because they really. I come from Samsung phones, so I like that saturated look. And that's what it gives you, that saturated look, and it gets bright. So that's how it helps you deal with the 720. You getting 4 gigs of RAM. You getting 64 gigs of memory, which is very dope. Also, you getting an octa-core processor, 2.39 gigahertz speeds. So it's not it's not gonna be the fastest one on the market, but you getting a good look, good design, good feel in hand. You even getting a little free clear case. I'm utilizing this right now to my man Dave from Tudia. Got some cases coming from Tudia, so look out for that. But yeah, Nuu Mobile is on the come up, man. So I'm gonna come back with a review and a what's on here, because I'm really getting into this little. I like just this little red phone, man. It's just one of them things that. A lot of times I don't like these budget devices or these devices at this price point, but this definitely competing with like the Moto G3 and stuff like that. Moto G, whatever G we on, G5 or G6 or G6 Plus, whatever. But for $200 even, it's competing with stuff like that because it looks good. If they come up with another one and bump it up to 1080, and they might have a plus version. This is a clutch budget device. This is budget right here. $200, that's budget. You give it you can stamp it budget all day. It's not like OnePlus, like it's a budget phone, but it's $600-700. This thing is $200, and it's I'm having fun with it. I'm liking it. I'm picking it up and, you know, messing with it. I like the way it look. I like the colors they coming out with. So you can see I got the red wallpaper, the Acura in the background looking real good. But yeah, so we're gonna follow up with this device, man. I'm definitely following up with this device. So man, BG Tech Life. Follow me on Instagram, BG Tech Life. Follow me on Twitter, BG_Tech Life. So man, BG Tech Life. Peace.